Hey there folks, Greg Shepard here, S&A Financial Services. In today's video, we're going to talk about two different topics that pretty much coincide with one another. First, we're going to talk about loyalty bonuses, just questions, thoughts that have come up recently about loyalty bonuses. And then to piggyback off that, phrased differently, the question arises, how secure is my payment or my income from that lifetime income annuity option, okay? So stay tuned for those exciting topics, right? Okay, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Greg Shepard. Again, I specialize in helping folks just make sense of these oftentimes confusing TIAA accounts. If you have questions over these topics or any other topics regarding TIAA, by all means, my information better be below. All right, so let's get going here. So I'd say the last couple of weeks, thereabouts, just more questions than normal. Maybe it's the summer months. People are thinking about more about retirement towards the end of the year. They're kind of getting just getting their ducks in a row in that regard. So let's first talk about loyalty bonuses. And I have some notes here that I might flip to. So forgive me as I might look at my screen here. Loyalty bonuses, what I've seen in the past are whenever, when I do a Zoom call or a phone call with folks, one of the questions that I'll get to pretty quickly, most folks that are contacting me have had that you all have TIAA Traditional, right? And therein lies the complexity. So we got to figure out what we're going to do with TIAA Traditional pretty much first and foremost. That kind of dictates a lot of the retirement planning from that point. So the first question I ask is, how long have you been with TIAA and excuse me, and traditional? Because that'll tell me just from experience how good your loyalty bonus is. So, certainly if you've been with traditional over 20 years, we're starting to get into that attractive range. A lot of you have been with traditional for 30 plus years. So at that point, we certainly have to take a step back and realize it's probably a fairly attractive dollar amount per month. Okay, there's been some instances where folks were anti lifetime income. I found out they've been with TIAA Traditional for 32 years, and I already know what we're going to get into. And I pump the brakes and I say, well, let's take a look at this. This may be fairly attractive, and the payout rate is attractive due to the fact the loyalty bonus per month is an attractive number. Okay, and conversely, it's gone the other way as well, where folks have been with traditional, they've been with TIAA for a long time, but only traditional for like 10 years or something like that. And by the way, it's not as attractive of a formula. By the way, for the loyalty bonus, don't quote me on this. You all can fact check me on this. I'm pretty sure this is accurate. 5 years. You need to be with traditional 5 years. My memory is failing me here. 5 years for the loyalty bonus to start kicking in or thereabouts. Okay, so keep that in mind. So there you have it with loyalty bonuses. Again, if you have questions on that, by all means, contact me. Okay, so let's piggyback off that into phrase differently. How secure, how constant is my retirement income when or if I initiate that lifetime income? Folks, I'll tell you this, without jumping back and forth with my notes, excuse me, the last 30 years, well, I'll preface by telling you this. TIAA has been around a long time, right? 100 plus years, something like that. They've done a very good job. They're very solvent. They're very good at what they do when it comes to lifetime income. I'm not advocating one way or the other, just information and for informational purposes only. This is not investment advice. They've been very good at paying those monthly, yearly payments. In fact, out of the last 30 years, they've actually raised those payments 18 of the last 30 years. Now, it used to be different. Oh, I'm gonna get this wrong. From 1995 to 20. Oh, let me check my notes. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this. From 1995 to 2005. So 1995 to 2005, it used to be different in the fact that they would base raises on vintage buckets. Okay, and then there would be various raises dependent upon your legacy buckets. Okay, it got really confusing and tried to figure that out logistically and administratively. So in 2006 up until now, they just basically pro-rata. Everyone's getting the same thing. Everyone's getting the same raises in that manner. Okay, so what you can extract from this is loyalty bonus is going to be attractive 20 plus years for sure. 20 plus years, 30 years plus for sure. Okay, a lot of you are going to be in that middle range, 20 to 30 years. Okay, you've been doing usually higher ed or hospital for your career. Okay, and so then we got to pump those brakes if you're not looking to initiate lifetime income, especially if you've had traditional for like 30 years, okay? And then on top of that, the retirement income illustrator is going to be a great tool for you to utilize to see what your payment's going to be. A lot of you don't even know what I'm talking about, so if you need information on that, again, just shoot me an email. I'll get you knowledgeable about that. But that's going to be a great tool to figure out what your retirement income is going to be from lifetime income annuity option. Those payments are going to be, I always tell folks, hey, let's keep it simple, throw common sense in there. Just go into it knowing, thinking that whatever that number spits out for the retirement income illustrator, it's going to be that for the remainder of your life, depending upon, of course, what annuity option we're kicking in, guaranteed options, and all that fun stuff. It's going to be a strong version of that. Again, 18 of the last 30 years, TIAA has raised those payments, okay? So go into it knowing that they've been around a long time. They're solvent. My opinion, I've seen, what's publicly exposed financially. So I wouldn't worry too much about in that regard. Okay. Again, I don't work for TS. So don't come knocking on my door if things go south all of a sudden down the road. All right. So I just want to address those two things. Again, if you have questions of your situation, by all means, contact me. I'll do my best to help you all out. Okay, folks. Greg Shepard here, S&A Financial Services. Hey, you all go out and have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.